I cut off my 35 stepsister 34th after she gave me the silent treatment. What should I say to my family? I'm going to try to keep this short, although it's complicated due to my family's dynamics. We're not officially stepsisters any longer. But my father still dotes on her, and I still tried to have her in my life after our parents split up. My father is on his 4th married. When he married his 2nd wife, her daughter became my stepsister. We were like real sisters, together from when I was 5 until I turned 18. She was given a lot of advantages and privileges that I wasn't, because her mother insisted on it, and my father always puts his new families ahead of his own children. My father and stepsister's parents paid for stepsister's university education and room and board, paid for her vacations, covered her $25,000 credit card debt, gave her a used car, and helped her with a down payment for her first house. She was favoured in other ways as well. For example, my father taught her how to drive, but refused to teach me how to drive. When I knocked out my teeth riding my bike, my dad refused to take me to a dentist until one of my teachers caught him and shamed him. Stepsister cut her face fooling around, and her mother immediately took her to a plastic surgeon. I was obviously bitter and hurt by all of this, but have tried very hard not to express it to stepsister because it's not her fault, and I guess also because I have been trained to tiptoe around her feelings at all times. Stepsister doesn't seem to notice or care that she received a lot of things that I did. She acts like all of the things she has are a result of her hard work, and not gifts from her parents and my father. She is confused that I don't own a home, for example, or that I had to wait until my late 20s to go to university because I had to save some money and wait until I could be classified as a mature student. She was confused that I was working in retail and other menial jobs in my 20s and told me to just try harder, when her mother used her contacts to secure stepsister a very good job right out of university and an internship in France and Spain. If I tried to explain to her why I was in the situation I was in, she'd shut down and end the conversation. Stepsister has stood me up a number of times. We'd arranged to meet for dinner. I'd slept there on the bus, and she wouldn't show up or answer her phone. Other times she'd flake on me and cancel at the last minute. I just stopped inviting her anywhere and didn't accept her invitations to hang out unless there was something else I could do. She didn't show up, like meeting at a museum or something. He gets into snits if she doesn't get her way, and gives me the silent treatment if I do something she doesn't like. But she won't ever have a discussion about it, or tell me why she's upset. She's now been giving me silent treatment for weeks, and I'm just done. I've blocked her, and I've blocked her on all social media. I am firm in my decision, and have been thinking about it for years. She only adds negative feelings to my life. She brings nothing positive. The problem is that I'm going to get heavy pressure from my family to reconcile with stepsister, because they will all bend over backwards to keep her happy. What should I say? I don't want to get into a drawn-out, emotional fight about, but they're all experts in triangulation and refuse to have honest discussions about how I was treated or how stepsister behaved. They're not even related anymore, and my father still puts stepsister above me. I guess I also want to know how to not feel guilty about my decision. I'm also just really sad about the whole thing. Too long, don't read I cut off my stepsister. Won't be reconciling with her, but need some advice on how to handle family pressure and guilt about it. Edit. I just want to thank everyone for being so kind and for sharing their own experiences. Even if I won't be implementing all of the advice given, I really appreciate it and find it touching that you took the time to help. Even the angry comments are moving. I've never really had someone be angry on my behalf before. I was scared to post here, but this had been very healing and has given me a lot to think about. Instead of trying to figure out the right words to say to make them back off, which don't exist because of them, you are currently rocking the boat, and thus you are the problem, not your stepsister. Start teaching them that talking to you about her is going to get them nowhere. Like, literally hang up or walk away if they don't drop the top. Blah, 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 step. Sister, I am not going to discuss that. Was there anything else you wanted to talk about? Blah blah step, sister. Well then I am leaving. And walk away / hang. If they approach you again / call you back, so did you have something else to talk about? And just end the conversation again if they still bring her up. After that, refuse to engage with them for a while. Put them in a timeout for refusing to respect that you're simply not talking about her. Or try making non-committal sounds and then completely changing the topic. Blah, 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 stepsister. So I was looking at the cat in the sink and just laughing my butt off cause I hid the cat food in the cupboard. Silly cat. But stepsister blah blah. But the joke was on me, I guess, cause it had been switched out with dog food. Why are you still trying to have a relationship with your father? He's not only favoring your stepsister, he's taking advantage of your kind heart and compromising nature. He isn't going to change. He gets what he wants. Why would he? Unless you change the dynamics, even that will take years if it even happens. I had to with my family over a decade ago, and only time made it easier. And it still sucks in some ways. But I've been able to grow and meet people into my life, and set boundaries, and it's been worth it. I get a pang of anger from time to time. But it's not my everyday now. Even if it's too much for you, consider no contact or even just a break. Give yourself 3 months from this dynamic and see how you feel. Nothing has to be permanent. My condolences on your loss. It's especially hard to mourn / relationships you lost even though the people are still around.